So here's everyone upset about anniversary stuff. And in reality, I just want to play more Ghostblade. You guys want to learn how it works? Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Corner here, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm just gonna do a quick, it's gonna be like a quick and dirty, just, I don't want to say like guide, but like an explanation of like the rotation for Karmaslayer. I said Ghostblade in the intro, but yeah, it's Karmaslayer. Either way, we're gonna talk about all the different skills, kind of how you play it, what you should be doing. We're gonna go and grab that too. And kind of the idea behind the rotation, because it's not very complicated. It's just, you have to pay attention. You have to be on top of your management of how things work out, and you have to keep an eye on a gauge that you may not be the best at managing. So how does the Karmaslayer work? Now, we went over most of these things in the guide that we did earlier this week, but essentially you're looking to build this meter here, your demon synergy. Once it's maxed out and you use a skill that normally would either build or normally would build demon synergy, or that's specifically set to soul bond, it's going to put you in the soul bonded state. While you're in soul bonded state, any of the skills that normally would build demon synergy, as long as it's a soul bonded skill, is going to use a coordinated attack instead. So I'll show you really quick here. So we're at max here. Now, all the other skills I have usually would be coordinated attacks. So if I press this here, I attack with the demon. I attack with the demon here as well. I attack with the demon here as well, and with here as well. And you see it's all the way empty. We have nothing left. So that's more or less how that meter works. It's fairly straightforward, fairly simple. So how does it work out towards our actual rotation? What are we trying to do? What should we be doing? So on and so forth. So first thing to note is we have these two skills here in our slot one. It is our Spiral Slash and our Gathering Anchor. Their primary goal is to essentially help us build our meter, so build demon synergy, or fill in when there are no other skills available and you are close to resetting your flash. So what's up with flash? What's that whole process about? So if you actually look at our build, every single skill is a soul bonded skill except for one, and that is Shadow Blade Flash. Because the idea here is we want to reset Shadow Blade Flash as many times as we can. And during the guide, I mentioned specifically that it's very, very important to get Transcendent Technique for this class. Transcendent Technique at level 9 lets us reset Shadow Blade Flash when we get 3 stacks of Demon's Oath. So once we've gathered 3 stacks of Demon's Oath, it'll reset Shadow Blade Flash, which we can then use those 3 stacks of Demon's Oath on and deal more damage along with it. So not only does it reset, but it also does more damage because it's going to do more damage itself because of the level 9 version of this. But either way, get 3 stacks, resets it, use it. You use your stacks on it to deal more damage, as well as it does more damage because of the actual Transcendent Technique. So this is kind of like your bread and butter. You're basically looking to reset and utilize your flashes as often as possible. And that's basically it. That's pretty much the entire class. Your whole point is to flash and then to reset it as quickly as you can, to flash again, and use your skills to reset your flash and use it again, while throwing your ultimates in the mix, and then just kind of waiting for things to come off cooldown. Gonna go ahead and do this, and then use our ult. 75 left here, so 1, 2, 3, and flash reset again. And now we have no meter, and then all we're gonna do is use our 1 skills to build our meter while we wait for some other cooldowns. We've got a cooldown up now, so we can go ahead and just do this. And then reset some more. We have our ult available, so we can go for more resets. Oh, I miscounted. I thought I had 3 abilities, only had 2. But that'll work there for us perfectly fine. We can use this here. We can use this to build. And that's pretty much it. That's the entire point of how to play Karmaslayer. You're basically looking to build your meter as much as possible and have 3 abilities to spend it on at any given moment, like this. So you can reset your flash. I don't know why I keep messing that up somehow. Pretty sure I used 3 skills there, but guess I didn't. That's pretty much it. Your whole goal the entire time is you want to get as many Shadow Blade Flashes off as you can, as it is your highest damage. It's buffed, it resets, you use it more than anything else in your rotation. It is going to be something you want to make sure, if you're playing Divinity, which I recommend you do play Divinity as your set, that you want to make sure that you have a resonance up every single time you go for a Shadow Blade Flash. And that's it. That's the entire rotation. How it works, what you mix it with, what skills you use, is all going to be based on essentially you making sure that 1, you have max here, 2, this is on cooldown, you use 3 skills, get it off of cooldown, put it back on cooldown, we use another skill again, we pop this here, we need to use 2 more skills, reset again, burn our, oh well, I accidentally used it immediately afterwards, so it is what it is, but you get the idea. Oh, in my rush, I did totally skip one thing. A lot of people will not have full transcendent techniques. You're probably thinking, what do I do if I can't reset flash over and over again? You will have another skill that you can utilize. So some people opt to just use flash whenever it comes up and then stack, of course, your Demon's Oath as much as you can. I would highly recommend dropping like your lowest damage skill of the set. I mean, it might be Frostfire Ember, to be honest. Frostfire Ember is not bad, but it's not very high on the totem pole. It just kind of fits in the rotations, and it fits in whenever Shadowblade Flash is on cooldown. So you could do that and drop that, or you could drop something else. Of course, I have the option of Soul Crucifixion, though it does tend to get buffed quite a bit in most situations. Freezing Slash might be the go-to here in this situation, but again, the idea here is you want to make sure that you're at the very least, you want to keep Instant Slash Shadow, you want to keep Demon's Hunt, you want to keep Shadowblade Flash. It might be either dropping Freezing Slash or dropping Crossfire Ember, and what you're going to do is you're going to take Cross Strangle. What Cross Strangle does is basically nothing until you skill this here. So Cross Strangle consumes all Demon's Oath stacks, and the more stacks consume, the higher the damage. So this is a situation where you're going to want to, make sure that you're getting, decent amount of stacks of Shadowblade Flash. Instead of using your Shadowblade Flash immediately off rip to go ahead and get it on cooldown and then reset its cooldown, you're going to want to use some of your stacks and then use your Shadowblade Flash when your meter basically hits 0. So you'll have the maximum stacks you can get for it. And then, of course, you're going to go back and build up your meter again. And then the next rotation, you're going to want to use your Cross Strangle instead to go ahead and, to drop all of your stacks. And then it's on 22-second cooldown. Flash is on a 35-second cooldown. If you're managing your cooldowns properly, you should be able to use each one. So it might be a good idea to go ahead and maybe put these on the same button. I mean, it depends on the individual, because realistically, if you're using the right inscriptions, you want to have all of your damage skills on the first row here. So you might need to finagle a little bit with some of your skills and figure out exactly how you want to set this up here. But the idea is that when you do not have Transcendent, you're going to need to go ahead and pick up Cross Strangle and make sure you grab this skill here. That's going to allow you to use your Demon Oath stacks for more damage. The reason why you want to go ahead and use those Demon Oath stacks is because they do go away when you go back into your Demon Synergy. So you go all the way to 0, it's a good time to go ahead and drop your Demon Oath stacks and then go ahead, build back up your Demon Synergy, and then go back into your Soul Bonded state to go ahead and build up your Demon Oath stacks, and then of course drop them again on one of those skills. Going to do increased damage because of them. Okay, I'm not sure where I'm going to fit this in, but it's somewhere in the mix there. I'm done yapping. Goodbye. Hopefully this helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to toss in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have anything else you want to learn or know about when it comes to Karmaslayer before it's released. I'll do my absolute best to get a video out on it. I don't want to yap on too long. Make this a short video. Again, very straightforward, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, my friends. Peace out.